course, yeah, I don't know about you, but this is starting to feel very George Orwellian 1984 to me. And I say that because, can anyone remember when smart meters first started rolling out? We were told, weren't we, that they would be optional. Even now, they are saying they're optional. However, it doesn't appear that that will be true for very much longer. So why am I saying that then? What's going on? Well, apparently, according to this article, it says the exact date that customers with this type of meter, this old-fashioned style of meter, will be cut off with no heating or hot water. And therefore, presumably, because they don't exactly install non-smart meters anymore, you'll surely be forced to switch to a smart meter. And therefore, that's not exactly very optional if you've got no choice on the matter, is it, eh? As many as 500,000 energy customers could be cut off, apparently, after Ofgem bans one type of meter from being used this summer. I mean, can anyone imagine just what would happen if this would be done on other sorts of things like, oh, I don't know, a type of car? And yes, admittedly, they're kind of doing the same sort of thing with EVs, because after 2035, or if the government get their way at 2030, when we can no longer buy a new petrol or diesel car, purely petrol or diesel car, I mean, hybrids will stay around for a little bit longer, but pure petrol and diesel car, of course, we'll no longer be able to buy after that date. And then, of course, we've got no choice. But what the government is not doing is saying that you have to give up petrol or diesel altogether and you can't buy a used car or anything like that. But this surely is kind of doing it, isn't it? Because let's face it, they don't install, from what I'm aware, used meters, do they? And according to Energy UK, as many as 530,000 customers still rely on these radio teleswitch service RTS meters. And the old-fashioned electricity meters use apparently radio signals to switch from peak rates to off-peak rates for those using Economy 7 and, of course, other tariffs, which change the price you pay according to the time of day. Many also control heating and hot water systems. But on June the 30th, which is what, March, April, May, June, or July, because it's the end of June, 5 months away, or less than 5 months away, signals will be switched off, meaning that those meters will stop working. So what does that mean? Free electric for everyone? Hooray! Unfortunately, it is not that simple. Those who will still have such a meter could end up being stuck on high peak time rates, leaving them with higher bills, or the heating itself could be stuck on, or worse actually, if you're elderly or vulnerable, stuck off. Therefore, you're not going to be able to heat your home, are you? And those who have an effective meter are being urged to take up the energy provider's offer of a smart meter installation before June the 30th. And of course, it just makes me wonder how quickly this will roll out to other dumb meters out there. I mean, is this some sort of test which will, let's face it, be expanded across the whole of the UK until everyone, of course, is on a smart meter? It just makes you wonder, doesn't it, eh? And Ofgem, what did they say about it? Well, they said in this advice to households, the technology that supports RTS electricity meters will switch off from June the 30th, 2025, without the technology to tell the RS meters when to swap between peak and off-peak rates, they will no longer work properly, and it may mean that a customer's heating or hot water supply stops functioning as normal. And if you have an RTS meter, your electricity supplier will get in touch to arrange an upgrade, they say, to a smart meter before this deadline. Apparently, though, if you have a separate switch box near your meter with a radio teleswitch label on it, your home is heated with electricity or night storage heaters, and you get a different energy rate at night than what you do during the daytime, you may still have an RTS meter. And my mum's house, she still heats her house with storage heaters, and she hasn't got a smart meter, so I might have to have a little chat with her, mightn't I? What those people are going to do, and because let's face it, she might be one of the ones affected, which is not a very nice thought. But anyway, Ofgem has also warned that those who do not upgrade to a smart meter could find themselves with serious issues. It added, upgrading to a smart meter is the best option for the RTS customers, or them more like, in my opinion, or the electricity suppliers rather than Ofgem. But it does say this warning, if you choose not to upgrade, your heating and hot water may be continually on or off. Your electricity storage heaters may charge at the wrong time of day, possibly leading to higher bills. Your supplier may be unable to confirm your energy usage during peak or off-peak times, and your electricity costs may be higher than before, and you'll have a more limited choice of tariffs. It just sounds like all these Brexit warnings that all the Ramonas out there are trying to shove down our faces before the referendum, doesn't it? Why can't they, if people want to stick with old meters and don't want to move over to smart meters, if it is indeed still optional, why can't they, for these people who are affected with these RTS meters, why can't they either install used meters or make dumb meters again, just for these specific people? And yes, I know there'll be a cost to that, but at the end of the day, it's not these people's fault that Ofgem decided, I think I'll take a leaf out of Rachel Reeves' book or Tia Starmer's book and pee off a certain group of people, because let's face it, that is what they're kind of doing, in my opinion, isn't it, eh? Either way, though, something does need to get sorted out about this, and the sooner that is done, the better, and it'd be very interesting to see what, of course, Keir Starmer with his Labour brain cell will say about this, and, of course, all the other parties out there, especially Reform.